I'm going to begin with Felicia. She's this young, African American. She's an African American and she is excellent. The best student I have, not that you'd ever imagine, 18 years old. Hair in braids, popping gum, earrings the size of small planets. Oh, and she's feisty. Keeps you on your toes, let me tell you. Felicia's in my office 3-4 times a week after class, arguing, punching holes in my lectures. Well, mostly she's an endless source of fascination. Now, right at this moment, what does it mean to be a white American? What does it mean for any American to live in a country that is not the one you were promised? In a controversial monologue, we meet Alan, a white college professor struggling to teach apathetic college freshmen while he grapples to separate an act of violence by street thugs from the brilliant student who makes his job worthwhile simply because the color of their skin isn't the same. Through a heart-wrenching confession, Alan wrestles with prejudice, hate, fear, and guilt. And above all else, a fierce need to claim his life back from all of it. White People by J.T. Rodgers. You look at Felicia's actions, dress, behavior, you would never know what she's capable of. Sitting in that back with her feet up, arms always crossed across her chest, head cocked to one side, doesn't even bother to be called on. Just juts her hand up and yells out in their ear-shattering boom. But what she says, the questions she asks, the way she can thread together history, the present, make these connections with such ease. Like she has no idea of the scope of what she's holding in her brain. It's a little unnerving being on my side of the desk. Pretending you're as smart as... It's a little unnerving. And just having her there, it's like a balm. Something to heal me from the rest of the class. My course is one of those freshmen, I'm here because I have to be sort of things. Me, talking into a microphone in front of 400 head of cattle 3 times a week? What do you do? How do you communicate any complexity? How do you seek an answer in a group of that size? I just water things down. The Great Depression, Hiroshima, Vietnam, 9/11. And oh look, it's the Great Depression, Part 2. Half of them are sleeping, talking, and the others waltz in late as if what they missed was irrelevant. As if what I'm trying to explain is some mothballed thing to be snickered at. I worked my way through. Mommy and Daddy are footing with the bill, and they don't even care. It has no value for them. I know we're supposed to like them, to want to nurture, but I'm up there, and notes are passed, and gum is snapped, and all I want to do is... Well, at least I have Felicia. The earth holds memory, don't you think? Just because we've forgotten, because events in our group consciousness have been erased, you don't think there can be any repercussions? Like a poison. Like retribution that seeps up even now. So we're in class, and I'm talking, and I'm seeing myself through their eyes, and I've passed some line. I am history. No longer valid. Last week, I'm talking to them about the 50s, political repression, the use of everything from red baiting to sodomy laws, and Felicia throws her hand up and wants to know if sodomy, fellatio, or anal penetration. Anal penetration. You're not supposed to feel comfortable talking about that at 18. My God, I didn't even know you could do that when I was 18. Well, she's from Brooklyn, and she's trying. I see it. But there are such barriers. Baggy pants, untied laces, her hung in gold block letters above her neck. It all says outsider. It says, I'm here to tear your walls down and not build them up. But she is so hungry in my office day after day. Why this? Why that? Why? Why? She wants into a world that is as foreign to her as hers is to me. You teach someone like this, someone who makes you feel like you value what you value can be passed on. But even with us, there are things I'm an educated man. I'm not ignorant. But when I look across my desk, the images that flood into my mind are drug dealer, baby mama, prostitute. After everything that has happened in this country, still, these are my archetypes. For this girl, this brilliant girl, she wants to learn from me, from a world I take for granted. They came up from behind. Boys, 3 black boys, 14, 15. I couldn't tell you. They had pants like Felicia's, and one had a gold tooth. They were rocking back and forth on the balls of their feet, hands pointing. Why are you dissing me? What'd you do with my wallet? I don't have Sarah's nails in my arm. This is it. This is where you prove it, where if you can protect. In there. You got it in there. He grabs for her purse. I think maybe, sir, maybe you've got the wrong, maybe, oh maybe. A shove, a hand in Sarah's purse, and she's yelling, fingers in my pocket. And I remember hands on my face, my hair pulling. I could see clothes, skin, punching my mouth, laughing like it all was a joke. Sarah on the ground, and one of them is kicking her. They're kicking her stomach, and she is trying to shield it with her arms. Do they know what they're doing? I am screaming, I'll kill them! Please, if someone, please, this is my wife! And then they were gone. I was fine. A few bruised ribs. And Sarah, she's, well, one broken arm. Fractured just along here. But they're still not sure about the baby. There was an ultrasound and there's some damage. They're quite certain about that, but it could be severe is the word they used. We don't have a name. Sarah doesn't want one. Not till she's born. Not till we're certain. I understand, of course, but I wish we had something tangible. I'm not able to hold. I would like a word. I could send my strength into a word. After taking some time off to be with Sarah, I had my first class. There were flowers, a card. One student even made a cake. I didn't know it meant such a great deal. Felicia stayed after, of course, wanted to go at me about my lecture, popping her gum, eyes flashing, she's smiling. I open my mouth, and my mind says, you filthy, dirty, ignorant... But I ate them down. You understand? We stood there talking. She had no clue, and the shame ran straight through me. A teacher hopes for someone like her, no matter what happens to. Our beliefs should be stronger than that. But each time she raised that hand, I would look at her hair and her skin, and I would see them. And now I pass anyone who is different, darker, and I feel this poison seeping up. And right there's the guilt. because I know in my heart that I'm just like everyone else. What is different? What is strange? I do not like, I do not trust. I caught Felicia in the hallway, tap her on the shoulder, and, "Whoa, it's Mr. Feet of Anal Penetration. Hi, I need to, would you like to go to lunch with my wife and me?" She paused and looked me in the eye and said, "Yes." Sarah was supposed to join us, but she's just not ready. But it's important to claim things back. Nothing too complicated. Maybe some soup, walk around, just to talk. Just to fight the good fight of faith. Faith. That'd be a lovely name, wouldn't it?